Waendesha baiskeli waliobombea ni mojawapo ya macyclist wanaotembea kwenye muda wa masafa mrefu. Shughuli yetu moja radio mtaani imeweza kutua hapa kwenye gravel coffee and bikes. Tumeweza kupatana hapa na mwenye shughuli bwana Victor na pia macyclist waliokuwa hapa kabla hawajaweza kung'oa nanga kwenye safari yao ya leo. Tunaingia ndani kusikia mawili matatu kutoka kwao, tujue vile shughuli hiko, safety za barabarani na pia mambo mengine kadhaa ambayo hatujui. Karibu kwenye shughuli yetu ya leo ya moja radio mtaani.
The main thing ile ilifanya ni join cycling ilikuwa ni health issues. Nilikuwa weight ilikuwa imekuja juu sana, mpaka hata kubreathe imagine ilikuwa shida, hata mpaka imagine tie the kamba ya kiatu pia ilikuwa stress. Yani health wise sikuwa fine.
So hicho tunasema cycling iko na health benefits sana.
Mazee cycling
kama
2-3 iko na health issues mingi sana. Kwanza physically ni zoezi on a daily basis. Kwanza kama tuseme for example you're not on a bike, you want the easiest way to burn your calories, join cycling.
So cycling unakamesha scan kuhakikisha na prevent dangers.
Okay, kwanza ukitaka kuwa kwa cycling kuna measures lazima zikuwe. When you have a bicycle on the road, kwanza lazima we mwenyewe ujitambue kwa barabara. You're not the only user on the road. And then you are supposed to be yani kwetu unaonekana vizuri. You should wear light clothes, zile zinaonekana kama luminous, white, black ufai kuvaa na una reflect. You should wear helmet, you should wear glasses, na pia unafaa kuwa na closed shoes, and you should have tight pants. Ufai kuwa na loose pants because kitu yote inaweza kushika kwa barabara.
Alafu mnafanya recruitment ya vijana?
Recruitment kwanza vijana ndio tunawataka sana. Juu cycling pia ina create jobs. Kuna makazi ziko hapa nje. Ukiwa na bike pia unaweza pata shughuli maona ndofa, errands kidogo, ma shopping kwa keja, mtu anataka shopping labda feel like kutoka nje, anaweza kupigia simu ni aje nifanyie shopping 1 2 3 nilete kwa nyumba. Hivyo ndio vile your bills, unalipa bills zako, na pia unaweza pata vile unajisaidia kama vile. Na vijana wanafaa toke nje. Ndio maana hata leo tuko na hii inaitwa recreational cycling around Umoja, watu wa Eastlands. Tuna ride on a very slow pace tukisensitize vijana watu join. Tunataka vijana pia wanajipeza jikimu, waitedo yao hata kama ni pesa ndogo, lakini ni pesa yako, si pesa yenu na mtu. It's your own money, you are setting for it.
As a girl, nini likumotivate kama kujoin a cycling club?
Okay, for me, since I've been a child, I love to ride. Na pia it's so much fun to ride with people outside there. Yeah, so that's why I decided to join the cycling club, also to meet new people outside there.
Alafu nikuulize, as a girl, kuna challenges gani kwa cycling zenye msichana anaweza kupitia engage kwa cycling?
Saa zingine kwa barabara kuna body shaming. Napita watu wako like, unafanya nini, unaenda nyumbani and stuff. Lakini bado si ati na to discourage. Saa zingine motorists wanakusikia ataput
instances kama hizo za body shaming huwa mnafanya aje ndo zisi affect zisa mko kwa ride?
Sasa zile tunashare tukiwa wengi kwa ride haiogopeshi kwa sababu mko wengi. Ukiwa peke yako pia tunaambiana, sio encourage each other, unalenga kusonga tu. unalenga.
Unaendelea tu na safari.
Unalenga.
So far umeride the longest ushairide ni hadi wapi hivi?
Narok.
How many
Yeah.
days?
No, it was in a day.
In a day.
Yeah, it was like a tour. So
Lakini basi mlikuwa wengi.
yeah, we were a large group. Yeah.
So Narok and back mlitake like how long?
No, tulienda riding, then the next day we had to use a matatu
To get back. Okay. So message ningeambia wasichana huko nje kuhusiana na cycling ni gani?
Kwanza ni sport fiti sana, ni fun, ina kukeep fit. Alafu ni exercise, si lazima bora ukuwe na bike, si expensive sana, alafu sasa pia ina relieve stress. Yeah.
Mnafanyaje maintenance ya bike kwa kuhakikisha time mwenye mko kwa road labda haziwezi leta mechanical issues kwa njia?
You always check your bike before cycling, like a day before. Then una continue kuangalia tu bike when cycling. Yes.
Alafu mnahakikishaje kuna ile gender balance ya wanaume na wasichana kwa klabu yenu? Ama mnabagua ama anybody kanaweza join?
Anybody can join, especially tunataka ladies watu join sana. Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good.
Hebu nikumbushe majina.
Victor Dawa.
So who is Victor?
So Victor is an entrepreneur.
So nimeweza kufika kwa base yako hapo, kwanza leo nimepata kuna shughuli.
Leo kuna shughuli hapa sana, mwana cyclists wamekuja kwa wengi, wanaenda ride, wanaenda ku exercise, wanaenda ku relieve their stresses. They're going to enjoy the rides basically. Yeah.
So what motivated that idea of starting a cycling club?
So okay, this was something progressive. This is something that developed over a period of time. So back in 2019, I wanted to solve a problem, which was a simple problem. I couldn't fix my son's bicycle, and this problem I wanted to see. Yeah, I noticed that a number of people had bikes that needed service almost everywhere, and if you go to most households, you'll find a bike that needs some kind of repair or something. And I wanted to find out why is it that most people don't have their bikes fixed. I wanted to solve this problem, and I did my research to find out why is it that people don't fix bikes. Why is it that people don't go to bike shops to actually fix bikes? Why is it that people take time to fix bikes? So we came up with a solution. I came up with a solution, and my company started offering doorstep bike repair services. So over the past few years, we've serviced over 7,000 bicycles on people's houses across Nairobi, Kitengela.
So how are you operating now the doorstep?
So we have
online.
Yeah, we have a fleet of technicians. Yeah. What happens is that yes, we have an online platform. That is, our website is down right now, but we use it because of maintenance, which should be back in a couple of weeks. So what happened is that our customers would reach us through our online platforms, either through our website, through our social media pages, and they would get in touch with us, and we have a fleet of technicians that we send to people's houses to fix bikes. Yeah, so that is how we solve the problem for trying to provide repairs at a very convenient time possible. So at the same time, we also looked at how bike shops were set up. Yeah, I looked at the design of most of the bike shops, and the bike shops were not also kind of pleasing. Yeah, so most people who could come to bike shops don't get a good experience in the bike shops. They would walk in, spend a couple of minutes, fix my bike, and they would walk out. You know, so and this is also not a good experience for most people. Yeah. If you see why is it that men go to garages and stay for long? Because they'll probably find some beer somewhere, they'll find some food somewhere. I mean, something that they
Something
look
to
forward
keep
to.
you busy.
Exactly.
As we
So
wait for the
exactly.
servicing.
So we also felt that the bike shop also needs to change. Yeah, and in my idea was also transforming the bike shop setup. Yeah. So as much as we are trying to solve the problem of providing doorstep bike repairs, we are also trying to see on how could we change on the feel of bike shops. And of course, creating the feel of bike shops means a different thing. Means us getting involved deeply with the community and seeing on how can we promote cycling within the community. Yeah, how can our bike shops inspire cycling? How can our bike shop inspire much more than just repairs? Yeah, because through my experience, I realized that cycling cuts across different parts of our lives and has got a lot of impact, whether it's environmental, whether it's socially, whether it's economically. There are different aspects that the bicycle has an impact on. So that is now what inspired me to coming up with the gravel. The gravel is home to Gravel Riders Club. So what Gravel Riders Club is, we are a club that we are trying to promote recreational cycling, and this is now the kind of the daily cycling for normal people who want to get fit, just feel good riding their bikes or something like that. But at the same time, we are also developing grassroots professional riding. We have a team. We have a professional cycling team, elite team of about 10 members who we actually take for races out there to represent us as a club. So as a club, we are also.
So you participate in competitions also.
Yes, we've so far we participated in a competition as a club. The first competition that went was a club. This was a gravel race happening in Tartu City about a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a recruitment program for the young boys who are growing up to join the cycling club.
Joining the cycling club is open for anybody. You don't have to. I mean, anybody who wants to ride, whether it's once in a month, twice in a month, every day riding, you can join the club. Joining us for rides is free. So coming to join us for a ride, just come with your bike or come hire a bike and go for the ride.
And
Yeah.
registration for the
So,
club.
but to become an official member for the club, there is a membership fee of 2,500. This is annually, and when you sign up for the club, you also get a jersey. You get to get more benefits, like for example, the doorstep services that we offer, because our members do not only come from around this place. We have members who are coming from everywhere across Nairobi. We have members from Westlands, we have members from Langata, we have members in Karen, we have members in different places. Yeah, so we try and offer our services also to these members.
Yeah.
So once you become a member of the club, you not only get an opportunity to join us for rides, but you can get opportunity to get more information on riding routes. You can get more you can get more services like bike repair services at your doorstep. Yeah, so there are more values that comes with becoming an official member of the club.
And apart from cycling, that's the gravel club do some other things like charity or
Yes, we
help a friend maybe if it's in need.
yes, I think that's a good question. We as a club, we are a community, and because we're a community and we're a huge community, we find that we get affected by the issues that affect our community on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, so CSR is something that is dear to us. As a club, we've gotten involved in several activities for CSR, where it comes to supporting people from non-privileged backgrounds. We have gone to children's homes. We're even planning visit very soon. We are collecting a number of stuff here and there that we are taking to children's homes. We get into environmental activities like tree planting programs. We've gone for such kind of activities. We've gotten into activities that involves mental health, for example, as rides and all that. So yes, we have other activities apart from just the normal rides. We get involved in a lot of CSR activities. We also get involved in marketing campaigns for corporates. So if Moja Radio wanted us to showcase them around Umoja, then we would actually be glad to work with you guys, bring riders, have T-shirts, and just move around Umoja, trying to expose your brand. So we there are different ways that we work with the group.
Okay.
Yes.
So since 2019, it means that you have some experience in the industry. So, what can you say are some of the benefits in the cycling sector?
So
Not only to the club, but to the cyclists themselves.
yes, the cyclists benefit a lot from cycling. Yeah, like I said, it cuts across different areas in our lives. If we start with economical um, uh, factors, for example, uh, bicycles provide a means of transport and provides a means of very affordable and also environmental friendly kind of transport. Yeah, we have a lot of youngsters right now who actually commute every single day. Not even youngsters, quite a number of guys who commute to work with their bicycles. Yeah, escaping the traffic, escaping different things just to be able to get to their workplaces in a much more convenient way. So bikes help us in moving from here to there. So it and does that in a very affordable way. Look at health wise. Yeah, bikes have a lot of impact in our health, our physical health, where it keeps us fit, keeps us active, our mental health. You should ask anybody who's going for a ride how they feel. I mean, the people who
I have interacted with some.
yes,
They
yes,
told
and
me how
yes,
the
and
experience
since I
has
started the
been.
club, it's you find people coming to talk to me and tell me, Victor, before I could find my life a bit lonely because I could leave work and go home and I have all my stresses and I didn't know how to go about this. But since I joined the club, I found an activity to do on the weekends. In the evening, I have a place to go and socialize with people, talk about different things, and that is what has made the club much more interesting. Yeah, it is not more than just riding. It has brought a very huge social impact that is having much more impact even in mental health, for example. And I can tell you guys out there that if you are going through some kind of also mental challenge and you're trying to go through a particular period, getting yourself in some physical activity and especially cycling is a very good activity to help you balance your mental health. Yeah. Try going for a ride and you'd see how that would impact on your mental health. Yeah, so we've looked at its impact, cycling impact on health. We're looking at the impact on environment. I know you guys have had, I mean, it's everywhere on the news about
The
carbon.
global
Yes,
warming and
yes, the global
stuff.
warming and the carbon emissions here and there, and we need to find a way of cutting down this. What contributes most to global warming is actually transport. Yeah, and if we could find a way of making our transport much more greener, then we could find a way of making the
planet
world
more
so
good.
better, for now and for our future generations. Yeah. So and yes, cycling is emission free and is very good for the environment. So yes, it helps in a number of areas. Yeah.
So, what challenges have you faced so far?
There are lots of challenges that we face as cyclists, as a business, and yes, more
When
or
you
less
started
from
as
this.
a business, and the challenges.
As a business, there are different challenges as a business. For example, I mean, having built this over a period of some years, just developing the idea and making it work out has got a lot of challenges. Yeah.
Make the idea work
Yes,
out.
because trying to build a business and stay in it for more than 4 years or something like that, it's not that
It's
easy.
not easy. It's just some commitment.
Yes, yes. We've had different challenges from not being able to get, for example, the capital to drive the business further on how we want to, because we've gotten demand even for our services. A lot of people have asked us, when I bring the gravel to Langata, when I bring the gravel to Mombasa Road, when I bring this to Mombasa, because we also do doorstep repairs and we have a lot of customers across other places in Nairobi and also outside Nairobi. So people are asking for this other services that they could get, and they see about the gravel and they want the gravel next to them. Yeah, so that they can have a similar kind of setup where they are. And actually, that has also triggered us. And in 2 weeks, we are starting rides. The same way we are starting rides from here in Tena, we are starting the gravel Karen chapter. So we are starting rides from Karen. A similar design from a partnership we have with the bike shop in Karen. So yes, we are looking at how we can expand this kind of setup in other places. Yeah. So the need for capital has been a big challenge for us as a business. And now if you go back as a cyclist, there are a lot of challenges that face cyclists. And number one is safety, which is on the roads. Most road a number of there are road users who don't really like following the rules, and that one has led to a lot of incidences where cyclists get involved in accidents here and there. We've been part of campaigns for road safety as a club, and we join a lot of campaigns just to ensure that we are able to sensitize people out here about road safety. You've seen also as our group heading out with all the reflective jackets, trying to be visible as possible on the roads, because yes, out there can be very dangerous sometimes for the cyclists. There are motorists who don't really care about other users. So we don't also have proper infrastructure to accommodate for cyclists. Most of the roads are designed to have cycling lanes, but you find that the cycling lanes are either non-existent, where they're existing, they've been taken up by other traders, for example. So cyclists are still pushed back on the main roads, and that makes puts them at risk.
You have talked about road safety and some dangers that come along the road. Now, is there a cover that can maybe insurance that can cover up a person in case an incident or an accident happens on the road? Or how do you go about it in case such an incident happens?
First of all, yes, we've had similar incidences before where a member has been involved in an issue out here. And when it comes to medical insurance, we don't have a system as a club to provide medical insurance to the cyclists, but we encourage the cyclists to get some kind of cover that would help them just in case of anything. We encourage them to get NHIF cover or something like that, and we also come together as the members of the club to support somebody if they go through a particular incident. Yeah, we've had incidences where somebody has had an accident and they found themselves in hospital with no money, and within minutes or hours we've raised enough money as a club to support this guy to be able to get some kind of assistance. So that is also why it is good to be part of a club. We really come out for ourselves whenever there's an issue.
Yeah. So, as we conclude, what message do you have for the people out there? Maybe the young men and women out there. The unemployment rate is very high in our country, and it has led many to some bad behaviors like drugs, crime. So, what message do you have to the people outside there? Maybe in relation to cycling and life.
So, in relation to cycling, cycling as a sport, of course, that is an opportunity that can give employment to a lot of youngsters. There are different clubs out here who are taking up cyclists who are actually showing kind of very good progress as athletes in that sector. And I encourage youngsters to test themselves and see if they could actually join these clubs out here. Our club, for example, has got an elite group, and we are trying to get them into the sport so that we can create opportunities through sport. But also, even the bicycle as a tool, like I said, if you are hustling out here, getting from point A to point B could be the biggest challenge. Unaweza pata job mahali lakini kwenda kufika hapo hiyo place ya job itakuwa normal. Una fare, una nini. You have a bicycle that would sort out your transport issues. Yeah. We have guys, members of the club that I know ride for probably they do like 10-15 kilometers. So if they go to work and back, they do probably about 30 kilometers. But if we convert the same in terms of what they would spend in terms of using transport and all that, it's absolutely crazy. And also you look at the time that they save getting to work. The traffic is a mess. Getting from, for example, town to Tena Estate where is or Moja is 100 bob, and it will take you about even 2 hours by the time you get to the matatu and by the time you get here. It would cost a cyclist 0 shillings from town to Moja, and it would take you about 25 minutes. Yeah, so somebody who leaves work at 5, a cyclist will be here at the club having tea before even he goes home at by around 5:30. You know, while you will still be queuing, waiting for a matatu to pay 100 bob, or joining traffic with your car to spend much money on fuel. So sometimes it's good if you could look at that option, even if you can't ride daily, but once in a while you can mix your mode of transport. You can try and cut on the cost, and also keep yourself fit. These guys who ride at the club, a lot of them, we have people who are having challenges with weight. Myself being a problem, I know cycling has helped me a lot in managing my health and all that. We have people who, yes, the bikes have transformed their lives in different ways. Yeah, so young guys out here, get a bike. That is a very important tool for you. First of all, your mobility will be sorted. Unaweza enda kutafuta job. Moja, ukiwa huna do na uko home na uwezi enda mahali, unaonanga watu vile wanachapa mguu akitembea sijui mpaka town kwenda kutafuta job. First of all, there are lots of delivery jobs. I can guarantee you that if you have a bike now, you can get a job today for delivery. Today, and start making money. Yeah. I mean, what else gives you that guarantee? What wacha kukaa bure? Yeah. And these guys make money with their deliveries. I know of cyclists making at least 1,000 bob on deliveries every single day, and they will do the kilometers, but making at least 1,000.
You are making cash and you're also exercising in the process.
Exactly. You're exercising in the process, but at the same time you're sorting out your issues.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you have bills to pay at the end of the day. Utapata vile unaweza pata pesa uende ulipe hizo bills. Exactly. Yeah. So a bike is a tool that can empower a lot of young people. Yes, they just need to know how they can use it right to empower them. Yeah, some people also have bikes and they're seated there waiting for jobs. There are delivery jobs out here, and some of them you don't have to do even long kilometers. A radius of 5 kilometers, most of the deliveries. Yeah.
So what was the idea behind to include coffee base for a cycling club yako?
Yes.
Ama ilikuwa ni to make it more appealing, or was it for the cyclists?
So when the thought of, if you want to set up, for example, a sports club, so the idea is to bring a community together. Of course, under the purpose of riding, but when you bring a community together, you have to ensure that, especially for people cyclists, you want to ensure that they can also refuel. So the idea of us introducing not only coffee but also other meals that we have at the cafe is for the purpose of just providing better services as a club to our members and also to the community, because the club is open to any other person. You can walk in, have coffee, you can walk in, have your meeting here, and yes, when outsiders come to the club and see whatever is happening, they're inspired. We have people who just came here for coffee and end up riding with us. You know, So yes, we are trying to see on how we can make the club much more welcoming to different people in the community. Yes.
Yeah, as you have heard, we have had the opportunity to talk with Victor, and he has given us some ideas on how the cycling industry has been operating so far. It is an industry that is providing a lot of avenues for the young people, a lot of health benefits, as you have heard, source of income. So following through the interview, get the whole of the story. This is Umoja Radio Mtaani, because the community matters. I am your host, Anthony Mbithi.
Thanks, Anthony.